The Better Sister is a new limited series now available for streaming on Prime Video. The show centers on two estranged sisters who are forced to reunite after one of their husbands is murdered. It's based on the best-selling novel by Alistair Burke. The series stars Jessica Biel and Elizabeth Banks. It explores family secrets, loyalty, and the price of ambition. In the final episode, you might catch a familiar face. I make a quick cameo playing myself. I cannot tell you anything about that scene because that would ruin your enjoyment of the previous episodes. Joining us now, Gloria Reuben, who plays Michelle Sander, a defense attorney, and the writer and showrunner, Olivia Milch. Thank you both for coming in this morning.
Thank you so much for having us. We're honored to be here.
It's good to a couple of New Yorkers in a show that is set in New York. I was watching, I think it was episode 3, and you know, getting into some of this triangle. I mean, Olivia, can you summarize what the relationship between these sisters is in a concise way without giving too much away?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think this is a story about two sisters diverged in the wood, brought back together by murder. These are two sisters who have grown up together and now their lives have taken them far apart. We have Chloe's very successful magazine editor in New York and Nikki, who is a recovering addict in their small town in Ohio. I ruin nothing by saying a murder brings them together in the first few minutes of the show, and now they have to figure out after all of this time, what does it mean to be back together? How can they solve the mystery of the present and the mystery of their past?
And Gloria, when you first saw that script, what did you think?
I just kept on reading and staying up and reading more. And I thought, this is, needless to say, with Olivia and Regina Corrado and the writing and the cast and the talent on the page, it was a no-brainer, you know. And with Michelle Sanders, what was written, of course, was extraordinary. And with collaborating with Olivia and Regina about, you know, expanding on her backstory, on where she came from and what her history is, and you know, her family upbringing, etc., really just offered an opportunity for multiple layers to be revealed in its time.
We've got a clip of some of your work as Michelle.
This warrant is for all areas that the suspect, Mr. McIntosh, has access to. Now, you're treating Miss Taylor and her son as if they are co-occupants without making any attempt to discern between separate living spaces. Now, I'm assuming with an apartment this size that some portion of the space is devoted to business, correct?
Yes.
Not necessary. Okay.
Lawful.
Okay.
Right off.
The office is off limits. That's where we'll be.
I'm always interested when an actor plays a certain profession. You know, I mean, we got to know you on ER. You're playing a medical professional, and here you're playing a lawyer, and you have to act lawyerly in moments like that. What do you do to get ready for a role like that?
I like to tell people what to do. I'm like, this isn't going to work. You got to do that, and we're going to be over there.
And that energy, when it comes on set, it's like immediate, you know, both on set and on the show. We're like, whatever you say.
New York is definitely a starring character in this series. I think some of it probably comes from your familiarity with the city.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that for us, it was just such an honor to be able to shoot here, and the crews that you have in New York City are just absolutely some of the best in the world. But New York City is such a huge part of this story. It is a character in this story, and so we wanted to do justice to that rich tapestry and really show exactly what the city looks like and feels like. And, you know, being able to shoot here and then out in Long Island, it's very much a New York story. And so, you know, we just felt so lucky to get to do that here.
We were talking in the commercial break about how what we do is so immediate. We plan the show at 5 a.m. and it's on at 6 a.m., maybe a little more planning than that. But for you, you guys have shot and been working on this for so long. How has the rollout been?
I mean,
well, for me, you know, I kept on thinking about it is the trouble. Is that it stayed with me, you know. The role for sure, but the whole connection with everybody, the cast and the crew and the city that offers its own multiple layers, but emotionally as well, because the story goes so deeply into the family situation between these sisters, and even deeper than that in many ways. You know, the secrets and lies within families, that illusion of protection. I'm not going to tell the truth because to try to protect someone, but then maybe some people aren't ready to hear the truth. You know, it just kept on chipping away. And so, and I literally, my agent, writing my agent every week. So is there any word when it's going to, like, stop? We'll tell you when we know. So
No, it's amazing. It's the final act of collaboration. The entire thing is a process of working together, and then when it gets to be out there and an audience gets to interact with it, that's the final step, and it's the best.
Is there a New York City message about money and power and being overscheduled and couples not being in the same place at the same time? There's a lot there.
There certainly is. There's a lot of ambition, a lot of hard charging, but I think the truth is no matter how busy you are, you can't outrun the truth and you can't outrun your feelings. And sometimes you get forced to sit with that, whether you're ready for it or not, you know, and I think many New Yorkers understand that. In their therapy sessions in the morning.
Again, that illusion, you know, there's always something else going on. And that's why I love this role as well as Michelle Sanders, because, you know, a friend of mine who is an attorney, she said, you know, just everybody's always lying to you all the time. Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, I mean, as an attorney, that's not in real life. I mean, maybe that's true for you. I don't know you from, you know, but just kidding.
Thanks for coming in this morning. You can see Gloria's work in The Better Sister, streaming now on Prime Video. Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. For more stories in your communities, click the subscribe button right here. You can also download our app or watch us on TV for the latest news and weather updates every 10 minutes and more. We'll see you then.